All right, so thank you everybody for joining the call and waiting for 2 minutes. I appreciate everybody's attendance today. The agenda for today's webinar is to basically discuss GEODI 9, the latest version of GEODI. I'll just start sharing my screen and take you through the updates and inform you about why we believe that GEODI 9 is the best version of GEODI that has been announced till date. So I'll just start sharing my screen now. Okay. So this is actually our website. It's our support page. It's a great place to actually find more details about how to install GEODI, more details about our courses, and understand what GEODI really is. As mentioned, today we'll be talking about the latest version, which is GEODI 9. In our opinion, this is a version that we're most excited to announce, a version that we've been looking forward to announcing for quite a while now, and something that we have a lot of faith in. We believe that GEODI 9 is the best version of GEODI that has yet been surfaced and something that has been introduced in the market as technological leaders. So let's talk a little bit about why GEODI 9 is so exciting, what sets it apart, and why we are able to differentiate ourselves as a company invested in basically introducing new technology in the DSPM organization, in the DSPM industry. Now, DSPM is something that we are basically focused on, something that we're invested in improving, and we really want to leave a mark on this industry. The first and foremost update that GEODI 9 is introducing on the latest version of GEODI is our workflows. Workflows is the new way, is the new basically step into automation with regards to considering data security and data protection. Workflows basically help us minimize the impact of time that people are spending to basically remediate their data. Workflows are there to streamline each and every action that we're doing so that you configure your policies in the first place, configure them so well that for the next years to come, you do not have to make any updates on them. You do not have to basically spend time understanding how to remediate your sensitive information. So once a workflow has been created, your data will be secure, actions will be taken by GEODI itself, and I'll be talking about these workflows in more detail with regards to what remediation actions we can take using the workflow method. Now let's talk a little bit about consent-based remediation as well. This is something that is quite unique and something that we're investing into because we believe that this is the step forward to ensure that your data standards are met and to minimize the risk of basically losing sensitive information. Let's look into consent-based remediation now. As the word suggests, consent-based remediation means that whenever you are taking any action on your data, whether you are deleting it, you're quarantining it, you're masking it, the consent of the data owner needs to be taken. So if I have created a document and that document contains sensitive information such as ID numbers or email addresses, before remediating this document, it is necessary to ask the data owner if they're okay with this. So what are the benefits of consent-based remediation? The first is accountability. So if I have created a document, the IT team, the internal audit team, the information security team should not be the one who is accountable to remediate this data on their own. I also need to be taken into consideration because I'm also a stakeholder. So my consent needs to be part of this process. Secondly, we are offering transparency. Whenever you are conducting any remediation action, as you see over here, we've given some examples of deleting data or quarantining data. These actions will stay there. They are not actions that are reversible. So when you are taking these actions, keeping a track of who took the action, when the action was taken, and why the action was taken is something that we need to take into consideration, which is why we are keeping audit logs. So for each and every action that you're taking to secure your data, that log is being created on the GEODI platform so that you can go and revisit it while assessing the success and the progress of your project as well. Secondly, consent-based remediation is something that is really important for data regulations such as GDPR and ISO standards. They need to see that human basically efforts and human decision making is being taken into consideration whenever data is in discussion. Whenever any action is taken upon data, humans are being taken into consideration, and their consent is something that is allowing these actions to happen because simply automating stuff means that data is changing. You will not see similar data in each and every document that you're creating. So the human brain can better understand what data there is to basically decide how to remediate that data. Secondly, we are helping you automate this procedure. So you do not have to email people, you do not have to ask people before taking these remediation actions. All this process is automated. So GEODI itself will be sending emails and GEODI itself will be asking for this consent. So we are offering this capability to you, and we are offering it in the most optimal way, minimizing human effort while also engaging humans in the decision making. Now let's head back to our main slide. Let's move on to the next page, the admin interface. Now the admin interface of GEODI has been totally redesigned. It's been redesigned for system administrators to make it more seamless so that GEODI is not a solution that people think only IT people can navigate. Rather, GEODI is a platform that is beginner friendly, it's user friendly. A layman person from any department can also understand and navigate on the GEODI platform now. It is that easy to understand how you can conduct discoveries, how you can take remediation actions, and how you can read data. So if you're using phones, if you're using PCs, GEODI's experience is not going to be much different than that. It is a user-friendly platform that you will get accustomed to within seconds. Furthermore, we're also giving you trainings for all of this, user interface trainings, as well as system admin trainings. So everything will be accounted for. Next, let's move on to the GEODI cluster. So this is something that is really exciting. Let me actually click on this link and take you towards more details about the cluster part. For cluster, let me just go here and actually show this example to you. So for clusters, what GEODI is doing is that it's giving you a single centralized management console, meaning that as an organization, we've helped many customers who are multinational companies. So they have servers sitting in different locations, in different countries, in different cities. Maybe even within the same city, they have multiple servers. All these servers now can be managed from a single point. What GEODI is doing is that it is consolidating these reports. It's making it easy for you to have complete visibility over your entire project. So on a single screen, you can see everything and everything is accessible from there. That is how user-friendly GEODI really is. So for big organizations, GEODI would be the way to go because you can manage everything from a single point. All these remediation techniques that we're offering to you, modules that we're offering to you, are on a single solution, and they can be controlled from a single point as well. So this is the seamless experience that GEODI is offering to its customers and its users. Now let's head back to see more details. This is a very exciting point, the next point that we'll be talking about right now, which is the new data sources that we have added to the GEODI platform. GEODI is invested in ensuring that all our customers are getting the best experience out of GEODI. We are invested in making sure that each and every use case, each and every demand, and each and every gap in the DSPM market is filled by GEODI. And you can see our ethics and our ethos by understanding how we are investing in connecting GEODI to different data sources. You see, this is a brief list of new data sources that we have incorporated on the GEODI platform. It's not just limited to this, but we are now able to discover data from unique data sources such as Microsoft Teams as well. This is how we are taking technology to the next step. We are trying to ensure that each and every data source where you are storing data is accounted for. In today's day and age, we are using multiple platforms to store data. We are no longer using just written documents or PCs to store our data or emails either. We are using databases. We are using Amazon S3. We are also communicating on Teams. So all these channels are places where sensitive information might be found. And GEODI understands this, which is why we are taking things to the next level and ensuring that more and more data sources are incorporated in GEODI's discovery model, so that GEODI can help you secure your data in the best way possible. The variety of data sources that you are getting with GEODI, be it structured, unstructured, on-prem, on-cloud, is truly something to take into consideration, and it defines us as market leaders in the discovery industry as well. Let's move on to the next part, which is customizations. Now, customizations are things that are really interesting for most of our users, most of our customers, because whenever you are using a solution, giving it a personalized touch, giving it relevance to your own organization is something that is really important. And this is an experience that we are invested into. As DC Software, we want to give you a solution that is best for you, a solution that is catering to all of your requirements, a solution that helps you comply with your local data protection law. And on top of that, you can make customizations to fit GeoD with your own business objectives as well. So if you are looking for GRC, if you are looking for data management, data security, data protection, GeoD will give you a customized approach for that. You can make these customizations on the platform yourselves as well, and we can also support you throughout this process. So this is something that is really interesting. We can get into many details for this, many use cases. We've developed management level dashboards for customers. We've developed many reports and new recognizes, new dictionaries, new keywords. All this support is provided by GeoD. The next thing that we have over here is discovery agents and how we have enhanced their performance. Now, this is something that really needs to be taken into consideration because when you're looking into the part where you're discovering data, there are many ways to discover data. Sometimes you are using API connections, sometimes you're using agents, sometimes it's user credentials that you're sharing. With GeoD now, we can help you discover data on various platforms with various solutions and various options. Let me show some examples to you over here now. If you see over here, we have a GDE, a GeoD Desktop Explorer agent. So there are many customers where they prefer agentless discovery and some customers who prefer discovery with agents. The reason why discovery with agents is preferred is so that each and every data source within that data repository is tended to. So if I'm storing some information in my PC that is present on my downloads, my desktop, and then I have file folders where I'm storing data, with the GeoD agent, the GDE agent, you can discover data that lies within those folders as well. If you're discovering a file server and there are different documents present on those file servers, you can discover those, but with the GDE agent, if you have information stored within folders in that file server, then that discovery will also be possible. So you see, sky is the limit with GeoD. Let's go back to the main page now. And this is something that is our USP. This is something that is a big competitive advantage of GeoD, something that differentiates us from other players in the market and something that you will not find elsewhere. Duplicate and similarity queries. This is something that is really difficult to do. Finding where duplicates lie, finding the percentage of similarity between documents is something that is truly extremely difficult and impossible in the market. And GeoD has now made this difficult task possible and extremely easy. GeoD, using its strong AI capabilities, can understand what document is the original document and what documents are duplicates of that document. We can find duplicates of documents within different data sources as well and give you a complete report. Now, some might ask why this is something that is necessary. Why should I find duplicate documents within my data sources? There are many reasons for that. First of all, let's understand why duplicates would exist. So let's say that I have a document that I'm downloading from my email, and I've downloaded it on my PC now. Let's say 2 weeks from now, somebody queries me about the same document. It might be easier for me to just search on my email inbox and find that document and then download it again, rather than going on my PC and finding where I've downloaded it. So I'm basically having duplicates of the same document. What this is doing is that it's taking storage space within your data repositories, within your data sources. And it's not just one document that you have to consider. There are many extra duplicate documents consuming this storage space. With GeoD, automatically as a value-added feature, we can find what documents are originals, what documents are duplicates, and report it to you. Now what you can do with this report is that you can keep the original and you can delete the duplicates automatically with the GeoD platform. This is a very unique capability of GeoD. Not only this, we can also find old documents. So we can help you find documents that are older than 5 years, documents that are older than 10 years. Maybe they're not in use anymore. So once again, you can delete them. That is how GeoD is giving you different varieties and how you can create different use cases for GeoD within your own organization. Then we can also find similarities between documents. So I can report to you that document A and document B have 50% similarity. Document X and document Y have 90% similarity. So this gives you different analytics to your own data. You can analyze your data in different ways. And that is how dynamic the solution really is. It's not just being used for data security. You can use it for data governance, for data management. As I said, sky is the limit with GEODI. You can imagine many, many use cases for GEODI. And as DC software, we can also help you understand how best you can implement GEODI and how much value you can take out from one solution itself. And that is something that is truly, truly very unique to the GEODI platform. Now let's head to one of the most interesting topics of today's webinar, back to our workflow discussion. So as I said, you can schedule workflows with GEODI, meaning that, let me give you an example. I believe explaining this with an example would be most appropriate. Let's say that I'm looking to, let's say, comply with PDPL, or I'm looking to comply with GDPR. I want to find whenever PII, whenever personal identifiable information is found in my file server B. Now what I can do is that with GEODI, I can create this notification, and automatically what GEODI will do is whenever it is going to find PII information in that file server, it is going to send me an email. We have found this PII information. Now I can take whatever action I want to take upon it. Just like that, I can also set classification workflows now. So what I can do is that, let's say I'm trying to classify my data at rest. I want to classify all the documents in my share folder, my file server. So what GEODI will do is that you can create a workflow where you will have your classification policies set in place. GEODI is going to discover your data, and based on those discoveries, automatically it is going to tag and label, meaning it is going to classify each and every document that has been found. So you see, the entire process is automated. You just need to have the policy configured in the first place. And from there on, set the workflow and let the solution do all the work itself. Minimize your efforts, minimize the time that you will be spending on these tasks. That is why we have created workflows. Let's talk about another example for workflows. We can have a workflow created for deleting data. You can basically delete, as I mentioned, duplicates. You can delete old documents. You can also delete, let's say, PCI DSS information. So with GEODI, you can automate the deletion procedure as well. And if you remember in the beginning, I had mentioned consent-based remediation techniques. With consent-based remediation techniques, you can ask the data owner, you can make GEODI ask the data owner if this remediation technique of deletion is appropriate. And if they're okay with it, then delete it automatically. So we're minimizing any human effort that will be required over here. Just like that, we have another very unique capability, which is the copy action. Meaning that when you are deleting any document, so let's say that you're deleting documents that have PII information on different endpoints of yours, what you can do is that you can ask GEODI to create a copy of that and then delete the original. You can create the copy and keep it in a file server secured from people who shouldn't have access to it. And that way you can safely delete all information that you do not want people to have access to. So that is how the copy action can come into use. You see, these are many, many features embedded on the GEODI solution for which you can create different scenarios, different use cases. Just like that, we have the masking action as well, which you can create a workflow for. Again, masking is something that is really exciting for us because with masking, you are basically ensuring that there is no sensitive data that can be leaked in any document or any database. Let me put this into perspective. Let's say that I have an email address mentioned in a document. Once I mask the email address and any other PII information, you can share the document with anybody because it has no personal information in it. It only has XYZ generic information in it, general information in it, public information in it, no sensitive information. So with masking, you can use your data risk-free. And we can automate this masking procedure as well, meaning that if you are to comply with PCI DSS, you can create a workflow stating that whenever there is PCI DSS information mentioned in my XYZ file server, my ABC endpoints, mask that data immediately. We can mask it on its place. We can mask by creating a copy, all these customizations, all these, you know, questions and options are given to our users. So you can conduct masking in a risk-free manner and you can stay at peace once the workflow has been created. You will put the effort in once and then the automated procedure will be carried on time and time again by the solution itself. No human efforts will be required. You can schedule this so you need not even give the push to the solution to do this itself. GEODI will understand to do it on its own and then conduct the action. Similarly, you can also encrypt your data. As I mentioned earlier, encryption is also one of our remediation techniques. With encryption, what you can do is that again, you can create a copy or you can encrypt the original as well. You can do this on Linux, you can do this on Mac, you can do this on Windows. That's supported by GEODI. And once again, something that is most relevant to our customers, this is the classification action. We can classify your documents automatically on discovery as well. We can classify documents on your OneDrive, your Google Drive, your SharePoint, your share folders, your file servers, your endpoints. So all data at rest can automatically be classified by GEODI, and we can apply the classification to existing data as well. And if you like, we can also create a classification copy. We can also do this on content in place, or we can do it on copies, whatever is convenient. So you see, this is the dynamic nature of the solution. You can use it however you wish is most appropriate for your organization. Secondly, we will be sending emails. We will be sending you emails for any action that we are taking, be it application, be it asking, etc. All the stakeholders involved in this procedure, be it a single user or be it groups of users, they can be notified via email using the GEODI platform. Then we've also enhanced our classification solution. Our classification solution is a big hit in the market because of how technologically advanced, how convenient it is, how easy it is, and the variety of recognizers that we have, how automated our classification procedures are. These are things that you're already aware of. Let's talk about how we have enhanced our current classification solution. So first of all, we've improved our agent as well. It's very light and thin. Secondly, the CPU utilization is also very minimal, and the time that it takes to automatically classify a document has been further minimized by GEODI. So if you're, let's say, classifying large Excel files, GEODI could do it in, let's say, 10 seconds before, and now it can do it in 9 seconds. So we are saving your time everywhere, either by automating procedures or either by making our current offering faster. So this is technology that you should invest in. This is technology that you can trust because we are constantly improving the GEODI, constantly coming up with new features that customers are looking for in the market. We're constantly trying to fill market gaps, and we're also trying to lead the way forward. So that is what GEODI is doing. Secondly, this is something that is extremely important. We are logging each and every action. We are creating audit logs for you so that you can trace each and every action that has been taken to further ensure that you guys are heading into the right direction. We've also enhanced our logging capabilities. And what we're doing is that we're trying to provide you an easy to read report, an easy to read log that makes everything visible for you so that you can keep track of all your actions and you can monitor it from the same platforms. Then we have template projects. These template projects are really helpful because they're things that we've already invested our time into. So it makes GEODI a ready-to-go solution. You can also customize, as I mentioned earlier, you can customize GEODI to your own organization's business objectives and needs, your local regulations, etc. All of that is mentioned in the previous points that I've also discussed. Other than that, we have updates on the interfaces. With GEODI 9, we've actually improved our user interface. The user interface looks clean, easy to understand. You can click everything and find everything on the home page. You do not have to click hyperlinks and be redirected. You do not have to go to some other page to do an action that you're looking for. Everything is available on your home screen. It's a seamless experience. You will just be clicking one button and everything will be automated and easy to access with the GEODI platform. Furthermore, we've also enhanced the DB metas. So we've improved our discovery for embedded links and files. This way, if your data is hidden, if there is data that previously was not being discovered, now GEODI can help you discover that as well. So we've further improved the capabilities of the platform. And we've also improved our dialogues. So many sections within GEODI include advanced settings. And now the editors for these configurations have been upgraded with smarter error detection and more refined interfaces. So in case you have any issues with the GeoD platform, understanding what that issue is and working on that issue, improving it has become easier than ever. So that is all that we have introduced in the latest version of GeoD. It's a lot to take in, but how I would like to summarize this in one sentence is that now GeoD has automated all the procedures that were previously manual, making it easy for you to implement, follow, and keep track of. So this is in a nutshell what GeoD 9 is offering to our customers. And we're really excited to take this in the market. We're really excited to get feedback from our customers and lead the way to better technology. So I'd like to thank all of you for attending this session today. I'd just like to stay for a couple of minutes. Let's see if there are any questions on the table, if there's any doubt in your mind, any confusion, anything that you're looking for me to elaborate on, or anything that, let's say, you were expecting. Do let me know, and I'd love to answer your queries and take it forward from there. Thank you. I'll just stop sharing my screen till then so that we can have a Q&A session. Yeah. Okay, so we do have a question. GeoD data classification for Microsoft Office. GeoD Q AI performed the auto classification label scheme based on sensitive information without admin defining the content-based step. Okay, so when you talk about GeoD's classification for Microsoft Office, that is something that we are supporting. When you talk about GeoD Q and our auto classification capabilities, this is something that we can help with. I mean, what GeoDQ is offering is that it's giving you an added layer of protection. Now we can understand data like a human being. So we can understand if, let's say, there's inappropriate language being used. We can understand if there are legal documents being mentioned, HR-related information being mentioned, CVs being mentioned. So based on these capabilities of GeoD, GeoD can understand the sensitivity of information without just being limited to PII, PCI DSS information or keywords. Using the LLM capabilities, GeoD can understand the next level of how sensitive information may be, and then we can add a meta tag to it that is appropriate with the type of dynamic information mentioned within a document. It could be marketing information, it could be legal information, inappropriate language, HR-related information. That is covered with the prompts that we are creating now. And admin can define the content-based template. Yes, I mean, the admin can define content-based templates based on regulations that you're looking to comply with, such as DPDPA, PDPL, GDPR, maybe ISO standards, PCI DSS, etc. So it's based on keywords, regex. We're using algorithms as well to further enhance our discovery results. Okay. Okay, the 8 and 9 transition is not paid. This is going to be something that your agents will be updating automatically with the GeoD platform. So if you're already using GeoD, we will support you with the update. Let us know, and we can have a session and update the GeoD platform. Is there anything expected from the user in the GeoD 8 to 9 transition? No, nothing will be expected from you. If you like, we can get on a call and we can check your agents and update them. That's all that'll be required, and then it'll be updated throughout all your endpoints. So if you have 1,000 agents, it'll be updated there as well. How will the GeoD 8.9 transition be technically? Is it like normal update or something different? As you know, our team is scheduling regular calls with our customers, and we're updating your solution ourselves as well. It's also automated. We're checking everything. So get in touch with me, and I'll try and support you in this procedure. Can all users access the workflow? It depends on you. You can choose who you would like to give these access to and these capabilities and privileges to. Can all users adjust the workflow? No, I would have the same answer for that. You can manage this access within your organization. Okay, let's check the next question. For PDPL, data discovery module can anonymous the sensitive data. Yes. So for PDPL, yes, we can support with anonymizing and masking ID numbers, passport numbers, telephone numbers, email addresses. So your PII data can be anonymized or it can be masked with the GeoD platform. So all data at rest can be taken care of in this method as well. So this module would be appropriate for PDPL. Even on databases, we can perform this masking or anonymization. Okay. So any other questions? I'll just wait for a second and let's see how we can answer the future questions. I'll just wait for 1 more minute. Let's see if you guys have any questions. If not, then we can close the session. And you can get in touch with me anytime after the session as well. You can email me, you can send me a message. We can have a one-on-one session and try and see what queries you may have or how we can introduce GEODI 9 in your own environment. So once again, I'd like to mention if anybody has any questions, please feel free to share them on the chat or in the Q&A session. Okay, so I believe that that'll be all for the session today. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining the call. It was a pleasure hosting you all. I hope that we can have one-on-one sessions after this as well. Looking forward to introducing GEODI 9 in the market, and your feedback is most valuable to us. Do let us know what you think about the update, and we'll be in touch. Thank you so much. Have a great day ahead. Bye-bye.